guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here in my backyard because guess what? We have that original OG of all luxury sedans. It's this car right here. This is a 2022 totally redesigned Mercedes Benz S580. But before we get into this full-size, full-on luxury sedan, let's talk about what's going on here. Mercedes Benz, what do? They bring luxury, they bring design, and they bring performance. Now, over the years, their style has changed, but one thing has remained the same. They have been that goalpost, that epitome of the competition. A lot of the other brands, especially the German Euro brands, have been trying to compete against Mercedes-Benz in this full-size class. Heck, you even have Genesis with the G90 that is a direct competitor to this vehicle. But for 2022, what Mercedes-Benz decided to do was move the goalposts by coming out with a redesign, and wait until you see the interior, because not only is there a higher level of fit and finish, but also new technology. But what I want to do is I want to go over this S580 that we have, and I want to compare it to the BMW 7 Series. Should you go BMW? Should you go Mercedes-Benz? Let's go ahead, dive into our 2022 S580 and find out. Right off the bat, the style. It looks familiar, but there's a bunch of change that comes with it. At the front end of the business, you're gonna get full LED headlights. How do I know they're LED? It actually says multi-beam LED in the headlight housing with the nice style, all blacked out. You'll have your LED turn signal, also is your daytime running lamp, and then working your way down, a little bit of chrome, but functionality in that lower corner. We have these horizontal slots, gonna be able to bring air for the heat exchangers. I like the way they extended this portion down just a little bit. And if you're wondering what that is, that's some bug guts. That does not come with the S580. We'll clean that off when we're done with it. Now, as we kind of come across the center portion, you got that shiny, large grille. For me, it's a little bit of a love-hate relationship. I like the overall style. What I don't like, and what I'm gonna zonk, is the amount of plastic in the center. Obviously because of the radar and laser technology, plus you have your forward-facing camera. But as we zoom in, you can see how they attempted to hide the forward-facing camera in the lower portion. You do have your horizontal chrome bars and one vertical bar. Now, one thing I wish they would have done was try to figure out how to put a Mercedes-Benz badge here, maybe to cover it up. But the reason why they didn't do that is because we actually have a hood ornament. One of the only vehicles left in the industry for the hood ornament. But as we kind of back away, you can see the width of the vehicle. The lower portion has full functionality, and you have a little bit of a chrome splitter that extends out from the center. Now, when we get up onto that hood, you do have the required Mercedes-Benz badging right above the grille. The only other company right now that really has a hood ornament would be Rolls-Royce with the Spirit of Ecstasy. One thing that I'm concerned about is somebody trying to rip this off. Back when I was in elementary school, some of those bad kids would wear Mercedes-Benz hood ornaments, Cadillac hood ornaments, because they ripped them off when they saw them in a mall parking lot, just like we are at here right now in my backyard. But you got a nice long, low hood. Wait until you hear about the power that this S580 is pumping out. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. We got these 20-inch wheels, Y-spoke design, all with the gloss black machined aluminum. You're gonna have those 6-piston calipers with the Mercedes-Benz name. I like the way they went with a nice, classy gunmetal metallic gray. We got our rotor, 15 inches in diameter, all 4 corners, cross-drilled, fully ventilated, and this is not an AMG vehicle. We got adaptive air ride suspension, all 4 corners. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size of the tires? 255 on the width and a 40 series sidewall with that Mercedes badge. So much history behind that badge. Now, as we go down the side, the rest of the fenders all clear, very clean, no fake vents or anything like that. You'll notice that we have the mirrors tucked in. So you have power folding mirrors with the LED turn signals, 360-degree cameras. And then as we kind of back out, I'm going to show you how the actual mirrors and everything are going to pop out. Because if you notice, besides the mirrors, what do we have? We have flush mounted door handles. We got a little bit of chrome trim along the bottom, but watch this. With the key fob, I hit the unlock button. that swings the mirrors out. And as we take a look at the door handle, you'll notice that we got the blue and we got some chrome. Even has the Mercedes Benz name on that portion that extends out. And then watch them disappear. Boop, all gone, nice and locked. Some brushed aluminum trim. I like the way they went nice and thick with it above the door. And then of course up top we have a panoramic sunroof, nice and large. And then coming down the side of the vehicle, the rear tires are not wider. They're 255s, all four corners. Of course, you got that all-wheel drive to get the power to the ground. And then coming towards the rear, wrapping around, very clean. Super sleek, nothing stuck on. You're gonna have, of course, that full LED taillights. Look at the way that they did the turn signals. It's like a bunch of dominoes standing up in there with your taillights. We got the 4MATIC. Remember, that's the Mercedes Benz logo for all-wheel drive. That doesn't mean that this has a 4-speed automatic transmission. 4MATIC is about their all-wheel drive. And then as we swing around the back, that familiar line of an S-Class. On the bottom portion, you do have these decorative trim rings with functional exhaust deep within both sides. You have the exhaust, so that's nice that there's not fake exhaust. And then you just have some tasteful chrome trim, the S580 badge, and of course the Mercedes-Benz star there. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see the star of the S580. All right guys, we got the massive hood popped. You have hydraulic hood struts. Underneath that hood is a lot of plastic. It's a tasteful plastic engine cover. You got the Mercedes-Benz logo, you got a little bit of venting, but underneath the cover is what really matters. What do we got? We got a 4-liter twin turbo V8. It also does have the electric assist from the starter motor. That's called EQ Boost from Mercedes-Benz. 496 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. You got the all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 in this full-size sedan is 3.8 seconds. The quarter mile is going to blaze by at 12.4 seconds at 115 miles an hour. Top speed is governed to 129 miles per hour. The vehicle weighs 4,992 pounds. MPGs, 17 in the city, 25 on the highway. So as you can see, Mercedes-Benz taking their technology, taking their engineering. Think about all of the work that they've done in Formula One with Lewis Hamilton and his Formula One World Championships. That engineering winds up even in your full-size sedan. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire it up and hear if it makes any sound. All right, guys, we're inside the lap of luxury. I am definitely king of this movable castle with this 2022 Mercedes-Benz S580. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm liking the changes. I like the power, especially the torque, over 500 pounds. How much is this thing, though? Because obviously we're talking about BMW and the 7 Series. Well, good question. The way that you see this one option, S580, you're looking right around $147,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels, all high-level fit and finish. Up top, you got the nice smooth leather material with the contrast stitching. And then as we go to the middle section, we have the seat controls, that Mercedes-Benz unique style, ventilated seats, heated seats, massage seats, and 3-way memory seats. I love the nice diamond stitching that it's going on. The middle portion, of course, it's a two-tone style. You got that beautiful speaker grille cover. Absolutely stunning. Ambient lighting with about 6,700 colors. The only thing that's a little tight is the door pocket. So maybe I would say 2 burritos from Chipotle and you could get the guac, because you know what? You're rolling in an S580. You could pay the extra $1 for guac because guac costs extra. Going from the door panel to the dash, you do have the brown wood finish. Not my favorite because it's got the veneer, but I'm loving the style of the AC vents. And I don't know if Steven could show you the ambient lighting. you actually can have it where there's 4 separate colors all showing in one stream. Very, very nice touch. We got the AC vents up top, easy to move, perfect position. Plus you have the ability to open and close them all by the press of a button. And then feast your eyes on this bad boy. This is a 15-inch portrait style infotainment system. I like the way it flows right into the dash. Of course, you got your special maps. We got wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, dual climate control. Let me show you some of my favorite features. So we hit home, and then what you're gonna do is you could easily swipe. I'm gonna go to info. Check it out. We got all our engine data, your torque, horsepower, turbo boost, the whole 9 yards. We could bring up vehicle. Look at the way it's showing the suspension, the level, how much brake you're applying, how much acceleration you're applying. Very, very cool. And even consumption, because we do know that this is one thirsty style of vehicle. And then you go right back to home. Let me throw it into reverse. Look at our backup camera. Super clear resolution. We got our 360 with all the sensing technology, the parking assistance, the whole 9 yards, and you could adjust it out the front, out the back, any which way you want to have it, even to where you could show all of this technology with the lines going on and everything else. And then we're right back where we started. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We have, of course, our controls for our dynamic settings, which you could hit that and then adjust your different modes. You could also go into your different settings for within the car itself. A lot of gloss black, so I am gonna zonk this large glass black area, but you do have a little storage space behind here for a chocolate eclair. Nice cream filled chocolate eclair. You can have it hiding back there. Most people are gonna probably do this. They're gonna open this up. You're gonna have your 2 cup holders, USB-Cs. You got a nice little storage area here for 4 Twinkies and wireless charging. Here is your new key fob. Look at that. Very sleek, very modern. Flip it around, a little bit of gloss black to match the gloss black. Look, it almost gets lost in the gloss black. But then you have this nice light color leather material. Bombs away, what do we got? Felt lining, 2 more USB-Cs. You could probably put, I would say, 7 porcelain dolls. You know how your grandmother loved to collect porcelain dolls and then she got you hooked on it? You could keep 7 of those dolls in there. They're not gonna get scratched. And then you could look at them and remind yourself of your grandmother. She's a great person. Seats, the leather. Love the headrest. Love all the fancy stitch work, the bolstering, massage. One of the things that you need to remember is that the seat is extra wide because all the controls are on the door panel. So that's gonna give you a nice wide seat. And then on top of that, what do we got? We got that split level panoramic sunroof. Nice large glass. One touch operation makes the whole thing that much easier all the way back. I'm 6 feet tall. I got plenty of headroom in here. But why don't you come over with the business end? I want to show you behind this fancy steering wheel in our S580. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Just like the passenger, you have 3 memory seat settings. You got this beautiful aluminum sill plate with the Mercedes Benz name that lights up full LED at night to welcome you, to let you know that you went big, you're doing it well. Seating. I'm 6 feet tall. Even with the panoramic sunroof, I got plenty of headroom in here. The seats hold you perfectly. And then the steering wheel. It's weird to get used to, but you have the wood around the outside and then you got the leather on the inside. It's classy, just not my cup of tea like my grandmother used to say. It's got the newer Mercedes-Benz horn button with the stitch work, some gloss black, and then you do have paddles to go up and down that 9-speed automatic transmission. Very tasteful on the turn single stalks, and also the shifter is right on the stock as well. Very nicely done. Speaking of nice, you're gonna have 12.3 inches of 3D visual display on your gauges. You got your different modes that you could go into: Sport Plus, Sport, Comfort, Eco, and of course, personalize it as well. And then what's nice is you could actually turn the 3D off. So you could go just 2D or 3D. I like to leave it on 3D because it just gives you that extra kind of technological touch that this S580 brings. And you got a head-up display the size of a manhole cover. That's how big it is. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the back seat because I want to take you further into the rabbit hole of luxury in this sedan. All right, guys, back seat time. I'm in the lap of luxury. You do have AC vents right in the actual frame rail. I like to see those. Brings a little bit more airflow. As you can see, I'm in the executive chair, fully reclined, no passenger up front because I got the seat all the way forward, and this is just really the lap of luxury with the comfort. Massage seats, 2 memory seat settings while I'm sitting here. That's what this Mercedes S580 brings to the table. Backs of the seats, you have the leather, you have the piping. You do have a pretty good pocket. You could easily put some thin sheets of 24 karat gold back here, and then you got a command center like none other. Couple more AC vents. Of course, we're gonna have the dual climate control, adjust your dual fan speed for both sides. Open this little guy, 2 USB-Cs and a power source, 115 volt power source. Close it back up. I got heated seats, ventilated seats, like I said, massage seats. We got the power screens that raise and drop as you want to bring back the rear, or we bring down the side. 1, 2, 3, all power assist. This is what you're getting while you're back here. My big question for you is, pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Watch this. Bring this guy down, nice soft release. You get your own little iPad basically. We eject it out. Now you could do all your controls right here on the screen. So I could actually sit here, check out my interior air quality. I could do different settings. I could do my homework. I could even do my bills. And then you plug it back in. Open this up. What do we got? Wireless charging, 2 USB-Cs, and you could put 200 grand back here. No, not cash. You're gonna have to keep that in your pockets. 200 grand candy bars. 2 of them in here. Close that up. We do have the nice, easy access to get into the trunk. It's a little 2-door system. Close it back up, lift this back up, and you got these microfiber suede pillows so that you have that pillow top comfort just like at home. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the trunk because we got so much ambient lighting in here, more than a nightclub. Let's see what we can fit in the trunk of this S580. All right, guys, time to get into the trunk. Hit the button, nice electric assist. What are you greeted to? You're greeted to 13 cubic feet of space, very low cargo floor, and the carpet quality. I know some people ask about carpet quality. I'm liking the carpet quality in here, especially with this area. Perfect for that luxurious box of Twinkies. And of course, we lift up the cargo floor. What do we got? You got another storage space underneath. This is where if you have a gift for that someone special and you don't want them to find it, you could put it down there. Or maybe you like to just hide things from people because you're all about secrets and not telling anybody about the things you're doing behind their back. You could keep your book of secrets back there. But you know what? I'm not about secrets. I'm about on-throttle performance. So if you're ready, I'm ready. There goes the trunk. That means this S580 is ready for launch. Let's get to it. All right, guys, we're behind the wheel of this 2022 Mercedes Benz S580. Right away, it's just phenomenal. The level of luxury, fit, feel, and finish in this vehicle. Mercedes has taken it to a whole new level. The 12.3-inch digital gauge display, you would think would have a ton of glare because there's no hood or anything. It's perfectly visible. And what's great is you have that massive head-up display. You can see the navigation displayed super clear. And then what's really great is like when you want to change up modes, it brings up this wonderful display, lets you know what's going on. We're gonna go Sport Plus. That's what we're going, dynamic. So there we go. Sport Plus is gonna give us the most performance setting in this S580. Steering feels good. Throttle sensitivity is real nice. You have that bolstering that actually supports you as you turn the steering wheel. Little awkward to get used to at first, but then it just becomes a nice thing where it kind of cradles you no matter if you're turning left or right. Out the windshield, you have that iconic Mercedes Benz star logo as the hood ornament. Even visibility out the back is great, but super quiet in here. And that twin turbo V8, it's crazy just how it's almost like non-existent. If you're wanting rumble, if you're wanting to really feel the shifts, you're in the wrong vehicle. This thing, the 9-speed automatic, the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, everything is just so effortless in here. A little too much gloss in here for my taste, but with the ambient lighting and all the fancy touches with the AC vents and everything else, it just feels phenomenal in here. You can see how when I come to a light, I get the display out the front camera. And then of course we have that way of communicating with this S580, my Mercedes.
How can I help?
Take me to Crown Eurocars.
Route guidance to Crown Eurocars, Pinellas Park is starting.
So Crown Eurocars is a local Mercedes Benz dealership that is here in my neck of the woods. We filmed there before. You talk to the S580, it's gonna direct you. I'll get the screen out of the way to show you how it's highlighting the route, but we're gonna go on throttle. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Look at this. You feel like Jason Statham in the Transporter movies. And although he was in an Audi, this Mercedes-Benz is definitely Jason Statham material in this vehicle. You have the augmented reality with your directions and controls for your navigation in the head-up display, giving you step-by-step instruction on how to get to your location. And of course, let's talk about the comfort in here. The massage seats, the way that you could adjust them to really fit perfectly to your body. It's almost like they built the seat around your body. You'll notice a little bit of V8 growl, especially in Sport Plus mode when you're going on throttle. But other than that, it's just a very whisper quiet experience in here. And that's what people want. People, when they get these S580s, this is not an AMG product. This is what you want. There's the augmented reality. Look at this. It's like I'm playing Gran Turismo or something. Need for Speed. Clearwater, Florida edition. On throttle, here we go. Nice shifts from that 9-speed. Really well done. There goes that navigation telling me what to do. It's like the perfect backseat driver. But the way this thing handles with the rear wheel steering, remember, this vehicle has rear wheel steering, allows you to pivot it so nicely, especially in those tighter parking situations. And then, like I said, if you don't want the 3D gauges, if it's freaking you out, guess what? You could go 2D. I got the ventilated seats on, 3 stages of everything heated and ventilated. But we're gonna get out onto the highway here and do some on-throttle driving. But it's just crazy, the air ride suspension, the way the navigation works. And at first, it may seem overwhelming, this navigation system, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually a piece of cake. But here we are cruising, and I'm telling you, it's just, she purrs like a pussycat. I mean, that's how nice this S580 is to drive. Doesn't feel like this big, massive, large sedan that's all kind of wonky. With the rear wheel steering and the way that all the suspension has been done, it allows this full-size sedan to feel much smaller when you're driving it in a very, very good way. Of course, you have the paddles if you want to use that 9-speed automatic. And then you got all the important information right in front of you. Up those performance gauges to show you. On throttle, here we go. But it shows perfectly, allows for the passenger to really be part of the experience of on throttle in here, because it gives you all those readouts, and it's really clear and cool how they show the information. On throttle, here we go. Wow. This thing has so much pickup. It's ridiculous. It just gets up and goes. Obviously, if you heard the beeping, you have your emergency brake assist, lane keep assist, the ambient lighting. I mean, talk about going to Sherwin-Williams and just getting every paint color combination you could think of in this thing. But seriously, this thing, it's like James Bond would want to drive this, because that's how effective of a luxury, performance luxury sedan that this thing is, especially with the twin turbo V8 that we have. I couldn't even imagine this in AMG form. Steering wheel, not my favorite, but I get it. I know people want that elegant touch in these things, and definitely with the wood on the outside, the leather on the inside, you're definitely getting that elegant touch that many people want in this kind of vehicle. But definitely probably one of the most controllable large sedans I've ever been in. On throttle, here we go. I think we need to come to a stop. That's what we really need to do. I'm gonna come to a complete stop. Nobody's behind us. Brakes work phenomenal, by the way, just to let you in on that. Are you ready? On throttle, here we go. Get up and go. Back on those brakes. Slowing us down almost 15 inches in diameter on the rotors. Once again from a dead stop. On throttle, here we go. God. Look at this. Handles so nicely. She's so light on her feet, man. Unbelievable. It's crazy. If you've never driven a car with rear wheel steering, it's just mind-blowing how when those rear wheels are even able to turn just a little bit, it makes the effort to get a vehicle, especially this size, to do what you want, and you're just able to just be light on the steering with the overall feel. Here we go. Look at this. Nice. Those fast shifts. It's really nice, the whole package that you're getting with this vehicle. From the luxury, you are of course getting some performance, being a Mercedes Benz product. Here we go. Nice. We need a little grippier tire, but definitely still doing very, very well, especially for its size. Look at this. Nice light feel on the steering. Super smooth. Easy peasy Mercedes Benz squeezy. But hopefully this has been a nice overall feel and review of the S580. We're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So guess what? I'll see you in a split second. Right, guys, it's been one heck of a hot and heavy day out here with this 2022 Mercedes Benz S580. First of all, I want to thank everybody at Mercedes Benz for allowing Ladies Rides access to this press fleet vehicle. Let me know what you think. Has Mercedes Benz done enough to stay at the top of the luxury full-size sedans, or would you go BMW or maybe one of the other brands? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ladies Rides family. We definitely got to thank Stephen Flood and Stephen Flood Photography, getting the camera skills. He's got his Thunderbolts on. He's ready for action. Show Stephen some support in that comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.